Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Chainlink. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart for Chainlink, as you can see, we have our swing high at printed at $54.4, which was the all-time high in May 2021. The swing lows printed down here December 2020. As you can see, we retraced all the way down below the first fib level, but we never even reached the 1.272, which is very weird. Usually, once you break above the or below the first fib level, you tend to retrace at least to the 1.272, and that did not happen based on this fib or this fractal here. And if I start zooming in, as you can see, we do have a channel up pattern just above us, and we're running into that as resistance multiple times. You also have, obviously, the first fib level here, which is going to be an acting resistance level, $8.10. What is good here is that we're printing a higher low. That's always great to see. So if you're looking for a good level to buy into Chainlink, I would say the green support trend line here at $6.05 is going to be a strong level for us to hold. So make sure you take a look at that and add that to your chart. Of course, you have another support trend line here at $5.75, which is slightly below that. And right now, you're holding above the 20 EMA. You're holding above this support trend line at $7.03, which is an important level as well. If I open up the weekly chart, it's going to look a little bit nicer, a little bit smoother, as you can see. And you're holding above the 20 EMA on the weekly chart as well, which is very important. A lot of selling pressure above us right now, but this is temporary. As you can see, Chainlink has been in the sideways channel since May of 2022. So at some point, we're going to see a strong breakout from this sideways channel. We're going to move very impulsively to the upside. That's why I'm very careful with swing trading Chainlink. I'm not really trying to sell when you have a small impulsive move to the upside or a short-term pump, because it's not worth it in case the price continues to go higher. Now, if you're looking for exits and you're looking for a mid-term trade, you could target the 55 EMA on the weekly, which is a 30% move to the upside. That's not bad. Moving forward into August, potentially when we have the bull trap that I'm expecting in August/September, we could be targeting either $12.18, or we could be even looking at the 0.618 golden ratio at $16.77. So those are the two targets moving forward this year. If we get to those, we can start moving up to other targets. But for now, that's what we're going to be targeting. And if I jump back into the daily chart just to take a look at the RSI real quick. Let me see. There we go. So you're losing this white support trend line here, as you can see. And you're trying to come back above it, but I would say a great entry point in case we see a pullback would be this pink horizontal trend line at 38.5. But keep in mind, guys, anything below $8 or $9 for Chainlink is extremely cheap in my opinion. So I would be buying even now if I was looking to get into Chainlink, because these are very, very cheap prices. So if you go even lower, of course you can buy more tokens, but I would say this is very cheap compared to where we were sitting back in 2021 at $54. So just be patient. Anything in this sort of range here is very cheap. So I would be buying everything in here. Once you see a pullback, I would just buy even more tokens. So that's the way I think about it. You don't really want to attach yourself to specific support levels, because we may not drop down to that support level per se. But if we do, make sure you have some cash on the sidelines in that case. Now, let's switch over to the weekly chart on Binance. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio. I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that and let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart on Binance, as you can see, we are running into this diagonal resistance trend line, descending resistance trend line. As you can see, once again, we're running into it, and we could see a pullback down to the support block here set between $6.20 down to $5.30. So that is something that you want to keep in mind. You also have this Fibonacci support level here that we printed in January this year at $5.61. So each time you run into the upper resistance trend line, you tend to come back down to the lower support trend line. So hopefully that doesn't happen here, because if that does happen, we are going to be losing this local low, which is not something that we want to be doing. We want to be printing higher lows and higher highs. So effectively, let's try to stay above the green support block if we manage to do that, and let's try to break the local high here with our next impulsive move to the upside. So if I take a fib retracement from that low to that high, as you can see, $9.06 is going to be our target. And if we start breaking above the February local high. But this Fibonacci retracement is set up, like I said, from the swing low to the all-time high, and you have your technical targets. So $95.52, $131 and $206 or $206.47. Those are going to be your major bull market targets in 2025, and maybe we even reach some of these in 2024, who knows. But these are going to be important levels for us to take a look at, and some might say that $200 is a bit too bullish. I would agree, but still, you have to understand that once we're at the peak of the bull market, market caps will be very high. Projects like Cardano, Polkadot, Polygon Matic, Ethereum, their market caps are going to be so huge. If you take a look at the banking industry, or for example, any really big tech company stock, their market caps are very, very large. And it's just that because we haven't seen those numbers yet in the crypto space, it seems very unnatural for cryptos to get to those numbers. But if you take a look at the transactions and overall transactions in crypto compared to Visa and MasterCard, they have surpassed them in volume already. So I think it's just a matter of time before we surpass them in terms of market caps as well. So I would say don't limit your expectation to market cap only. That is a good indicator to look at, of course, especially when you're talking about lower cap and lesser known projects. But for more established and really utility-based projects like Chainlink, the market cap shouldn't be an issue as long as there is demand and as long as partnerships are coming in. So that's something to keep an eye on and understand. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be looking at $150, $130 to $200 for my exits. Obviously, all of that is going to be shared on Patreon when we do get to those prices indeed, hopefully in the next 2 years. So that is pretty much it. If I missed out anything important on the chart, please let me know down below in the comments section, and I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care.